Welcome. I'm Meredith. This is the Oasis Spiritual Empowerment Tarot, all about tarot, oracle, and empowering you. And today we're going to do an unboxing of the Rota Mundi Tarot by Danielle E. Loeb. So, I'm going to need scissors. I don't know why I was thinking I could use my nails. So this is one of the decks that I ordered from Red Feather while I was at the Northwest Tarot Symposium. And, we're slowly making our way through all the decks from there. Okay. So, love the box. I mean, it's huge, though. But it's pretty. And we have a huge book. So let me just set that aside. Get these out. Alright, so first let's take just a quick look at the book, which is huge. It's huge. Love, it's beautiful. Okay, sorry about that. My animals were going nuts. So, the book. So there's a lot of information talking about Rosicrucianism, the Kabbalah, structure of tarot, the reading process, intuition, myths and superstitions, different spreads. Talks about the structure, and then we get into the cards. So now this book, this is not like a little white book. I mean, obviously it's big, right? But this isn't really like a reference book for the cards so much as, to me, this is a book that you read and maybe study and learn from. But it's not so much. I mean, there are descriptions of the cards, and we'll after I do the flip through, we'll read one. We'll pick a card and see what you think. But let's get right in. So now we have a lot of information. So we have the letter, the Hebrew letter, its meaning, the path. So and that's what the number is. So we do still see the 0 for the Fool. You can see that. But this is the number on the path. The attribute, trait. So it's got a lot of information on here. This could be a great deck if you're studying Kabbalah. It's kind of important, I think, to really emphasize that this is a Rosicrucian deck, right? So different groups have different spins on the Kabbalah. So I'm not saying one's more correct than another. I'm just saying they're different. And, sometimes it's only slight differences. Some are huge. I say study them all and then pick what feels right. But I love that we have all this. And there's something, and as much as I'm not a fan of the RWS type imagery. But there's something very pleasing to me about these cards, and like the layout and the colors and just everything. It just feels right. And this is a deck that I'm going to wait for that to stop. And back again. You know what they say, third time is the charm. Hopefully. I got an Amazon delivery. So weird. He left the package like in the middle of my driveway. I've never done that before. And he put it in a spot where I make a K-turn to get out of the driveway so I don't have to back out. And like if I hadn't seen it, potentially I could have hit it. So that's irritating. I do have a very long driveway, but it's not that bad. And it's like, if you come halfway, why don't you just finish? You know, I don't know. But yeah, so that was weird. So now I completely forget pretty much everything I've already said. So hopefully I won't repeat myself. There's something very satisfying about the feel of these cards too. They might be plastic, actually, but like a really nice, I don't know what they are. Maybe it'll say on the box, I'll take a look. But they might be plastic. Like a very, very wonderful matte, though. I don't know. Now, at some point, we're going to get out of this. Because when I look through the cards at nudes, they were not all this way. So, unless I'm remembering a different deck. Which is possible. So now you'll notice we're switching. Right, so we're going, from swords, cups, swords, cups, pentacles. And I think this is following the path. I think that's the order. I think that's why it's like that. So I'm not gonna reorder them. I'm gonna keep them like this. Love this. And this. So now, if you wanted to use this as a standard tarot deck, I mean, obviously, everything I say, do what you want. But one of the things, like, I would still use these personally. I wouldn't pull them out or anything like that. I think that they are wonderful. Hamilton, what are you doing? I don't know what is up with these animals today. I'm not pausing this again. I refuse. Love this. So you see, we still get the number and the symbol. But this is so much better than the RWS. And I think these are the cards that I saw when I flipped through, because I didn't look at the whole deck. I love this. So, and the book does have attributions for all the images. Let me pull you in a little, so maybe, I don't know if it's going to focus. Hopefully. I don't know if I'm going to use this as a standard tarot. I might. I'll at least give it a try and see what I think of it like that. But you absolutely could, if you wanted to. There's so much that's just wonderful. Am I going too slowly? I'm sorry. I'm looking at the cards as I'm doing it, so it's like I want to spend more time with them. I hate that. I love this. Okay, so that is the whole deck. Let's just see. It doesn't say what the cardstock is. But let's give it a shuffle. They might be plastic though. I don't know. Whatever they are, they're definitely have a nice coating. Let's see how they shuffle. So a little stiff, but not, terrible. But of course, with the gilding, you're gonna get some stiffness because it's that hard gilding. But they shuffle nicely. So let's pick one, and then we'll take a look at the book. And again, remember, it's not meant to be used like a little white book, like a reference so much, or at least not to me. Let's do this guy. Okay. Now the structure in here. I opened right to it, so okay. But the structure, if you're trying to look them up, they are a little bit spread out. But you could use the table of contents to find the card. Okay. So now, this is the Page of Pentacles. So we have a black and white picture, which is a little hard to read, but it's okay. And then, of course, it says Page of Pentacles. It tells you what the image is from. It's from 1502. And then we have a description. The Page of Pentacles card is titled Matthew chapters 25 to 28. The image is taken from the Hexastichon Sebastiani Brandt in Memorables Angelistarum Figueras, which portrays the events of the specific chapters of the Gospels in images as a mnemonic device. The four living creatures of Ezekiel and Revelation, which are pictured on the Wheel of Fortune and the world cards of the Rider-Waite deck, are each associated with a different gospel. The angel associated with the Gospel of Matthew and the image on the card represent events from 25th through 26th chapters of the Gospel. The 5 burning lamps at the top refer to the parable of the 10 bridesmaids, Matthew 25, 1-12, and shows the burning lamps of the 5 bridesmaids who have had enough oil for the groomsman's returneth. The 26th chapter recounts the plot. I'm so sorry. I don't know if I told you. I have a stupid sty in my eye, and I had to put ointment, and now it's a little difficult to read. The 26th chapter recounts the plot to have Yeshua crucified, which is Matthew 26, 1-2. The 27th chapter tells of Yeshua being judged by the Romans and the chief priests, and Judah working with the chief priests to betray Yeshua. The spices being brought to anoint Christ's body on the third day are represented by the 3 canisters near the bottom of the card. So it's not giving you like a divinatory meaning, obviously. So that's all it has. I think let's lay some out, but I think that you could read this, certainly any way you want. You could take like standard Rider-Waite-Smith meanings. You can read them with kind of an eye on Kabbalistic teachings. You could, what's interesting is you could use numerology for the paths, but also for the card number, like in what it would be in like a standard deck, right? Like there's a lot of ways that you could read with this if you wanted to. This is also a fabulous deck for study. I think that this deck could be fabulous for spiritual workings as well, if you wanted. It's really up to you. You could also use this kind of as an oracle. Taking what you want from the images. And sometimes I see people mention that they're not maybe thrilled with Christian imagery and things like that. And, it's important to note Rosicrucians were Christian. But the RWS deck has tons of Christian imagery too. You don't have to believe in it or follow it to appreciate the symbolic meanings. Yeah, but I mean, whatever feels right to you. I really like this deck. It's a really interesting deck. I'm not sure how I'm going to work with it yet, but I know I'm going to work with it. Does that make sense? Yeah, I really like it. So, and I'm looking forward to reading the book. And, again, that's the type of guidebook that I will read. And it's like anything else. If you studied Kabbalah, there may be some deviations, depending on how you studied and all that. But if they make sense to you, go with them. If they don't, then toss them out. That's fine. But everything you learn just helps to expand your perspective. It's like we're all looking out of windows. But every time we're exposed to something new, it's like that window gets a little bigger, So you can see a little more. And it doesn't mean that you agree with what you learned or what you saw, but it can just help you see more anyway. So that's my philosophy anyway. All about knowledge. So, let me know what you think. Does this deck interest you? Do you have it? If you do, how do you use it? So I'd really be interested in hearing. And, I don't think this is a new... Let's see. I don't think it's new. Well, so 2021. So it's not exactly old. But until next time, just be wonderful to yourself. Be really, really wonderful, because you deserve the best, only the best, all the best. And that is my wish for you.